Welcome back. Well, MTAR Technologies, it is the next corporate on our radar. This year it has been losing in trade, down around 30%, but the new update is that the company has signed a new memorandum of understanding with Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center to expand its foray from precision engineering to complete system integration. To understand what this means for the company and the outlook going forward on this space as well, we are now joined by Srinivas Reddy, who's the MD at the company. Mr. Reddy, good afternoon. Thanks a lot for joining us. Well, can you begin by telling us what kind of contribution will you see from this particular MOU that you have entered into? What is the size of this order, and does it come in at better margins for the company?
Yeah, it's not about the size of the order. It's about design and development and manufacturing the launch vehicle itself, where 80% of the world market is for small satellite launch vehicles. This will be a fully integrated system. It will be a product of MTAR itself, with the help of In-SPACe and ISRO to develop this. Once we do the developmental flights, it's a 3-year program. Once we do the developmental flights, then we take commercial flights to launch satellites for various customers. It's a huge thing in terms of addressing the international markets in terms of launching satellites. And this will take the company to a completely different level once we achieve this. We've already started the design work over the last 6 months, and we are progressing very well. So this will be the real game changer for MTAR moving forward.
A sense of what the different level means for you in terms of potential business opportunity. We're not asking for a revenue from this particular order, but the opportunities that they open up for you and the kind of revenues you can generate from that in the next 3 to 5 years?
But starting once we develop it in about 3 years' time, we are looking at anything between 300 to 500 crores of revenues being generated progressively for launching the satellites for various customers. So that's the main goal for the company. It's a project which we are taking it very seriously, and it's a long-term process to take this forward.
What would the execution period be like? The earlier conversations that we have had, it falls under the space and defense category, right? This particular MOU that you've signed in. So what is the execution timeline here, and what does it take your space and defense order book up to?
No, the orders are subsequent to the developmental program. It takes 3 years to completely develop the launch vehicle. And once we do that, that's where we'll start doing a couple of developmental flights, and then the commercial flights will begin. We are already into the liquid propulsion engines manufacturing over the last 35 years. So it will take, that's the reason why that's the most efficient way of taking this forward. So once we do that, then that's how we'll be able to gain market share in the international market, where India is hardly about 2% right now.
Are the margins on this business equivalent to your current business, or are they accretive?
They'll be much better than what we're doing today in the current.
What would they typically be in the range of?
Better than what we are doing today in terms of margins. I will not be able to quantify the exact numbers, but definitely far better than what we're doing today.
Okay, and finally, you've also developed import substitutes in a lot of products. There's bellows, ASP assemblies, ceramic assemblies, heaters. What is the potential from here going forward, since you are talking about entering newer categories to up the growth ante for your company?
So the new products what we have developed would generate revenues about between 150 to 180 crores in the next year itself. I've already got qualified for some of those products, and that's a major leap in the product portfolio that we are having right now. So that's the reason I said every year we work on the R&D on various products. So year-on-year basis, that's how it will contribute to the additional revenues that we can generate through these products.
Will it require any further investment from your side, these two new products, the import substitutes and the MOU that you have spoken about?
MOU we already have. It's only on the recruitment side. We have to recruit enough people to develop this launch vehicles. That's the main thing. We already have enough infrastructure with us, since we are already manufacturing the engines from a number of years. So that would bring down our capex substantially down, because we have in-house manufacturing facilities. And it's only a requirement of various engineers and the team that we're trying to build now for this project.
All right. And typically, what is your target of generating new revenue from new products every year?
It depends on the product. I will not be able to say that, but we are doing a lot of new products. But it depends. Obviously, we are selecting products which makes a lot of commercial sense as well. And this small satellite launch vehicle is something which we rolled out a rocket engine in 1989 in collaboration with ISRO, with the designs being done by ISRO. Similarly, we are now looking at the entire launch vehicle itself. So this is a major product that we're targeting in 3 years' time that we'll be able to launch it with developmental flights. And that will give us substantial revenues post that.
Okay, all right. Mr. Reddy, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us and taking us through the details of this new MOU that you've signed and the new products that you're launching as well. The stock is up around 0.5% and they do have a guidance of around 55 to 60% growth in terms of revenue on a YOY basis and 30% EBITDA margins as well. Time for a break now. We'll now connect with Pradeep Kumar Patel, who's the VP Morbi Ceramic Association, as we are going to be talking to them about reports that Gujarat Gas has cut price of industrial gas and a lot more on demand side as well. Stay tuned.